Eu kotak jalak redo reda kayak kotak aja. Minyak tuh mai yang lain. Ya bol Arabi. Ya bol. Nin kabilang alang.
4 years ago, Dallen came into Canvasback's clinic, came in the back way with a towel over his face. And that was when I first met this very special young man.
When I came in, he was sitting in the back of the house. He was just sitting there with his head down, and I saw him, and immediately I felt the presence of warmth. Very, very, just sweet kid.
It didn't take long to fall in love with Dalen. It's pretty easy to do. And he just has this effect on people, and everyone wants to be around him.
He has this magical way of drawing people in without words.
And I said, let's do it. My concept was different than we currently think of reconstruction. When we try to reconstruct something from nil, it's sculpting. You don't really know what you're going to end up with, and you're hoping it's going to end up good. And the idea here was to remove doubt and inject certainty. The way to do that is to actually have the final product as your first step. I found a company that's called Oxford Performance Materials, or OPM, that deals with 3D printing of biological materials. And basically, the back and forth between OPM and myself were on how we actually come up with a final nose that was based on Dallen's siblings and some sculpting in clay of models that I did at home as well. So we scanned that all into a computer, and then we started playing on the computer with how it's going to end up.
Our first surgery was a 17-hour-long surgery, so it was a really, really long procedure in which, the great maneuvers of setting in free tissue grafts and rotating tissues and creating the skeleton. I mean, those things are really, really time-consuming. I think that the ensuing parts are going to be either procedures in the local anesthetic we can do in the office, or certainly much shorter procedures.
What was exciting to me was coming to New York and having meeting the people at Mount Sinai Hospital, because they have graciously provided the hospital services to do the surgery.
Everything that I needed, from materials and medications and the staff, and unlimited resources, basically. I can't even tell you how grateful I am, because everything hinged upon having the appropriate setup.
One of the things that I think struck Dr. Dalen and me about Dallen is that even with his facial disfigurement, he had a drive and a desire to live a normal life. We're trying to help prepare him for going home, because for the last 4 or 5 years he has not gone to school. And so we are looking for ways to provide him some tutoring so that he'll be able to integrate better when he into the school system when he gets back to the Marshall Islands.
I think from a psychological standpoint, we've basically taken a kid who would have his head down all the time and just did not want anyone looking at his face, to a kid who, I see a kid who's actually looking at me.
In the beginning, walking through the airports, Dallen did a lot of walking behind me with his head down. As you can see, his head is up, and we just came back from playing basketball, walking the streets of New York, and I really think it's coming along beautifully. What do you think? Standing up tall, walking next to me now, talking to people. What do you say? Tell us how you feel. How do you feel? Come on, talk. Here, are you talking to the mic? Say, I feel good. Go ahead.
Feel good?
Are you excited to go back to Metro?
Yeah.
Yeah? Are you excited to see your friends? Family? Yeah, and go back to school. And